Hi everyone, today we are going to discuss question 1, earning per share from FAR 430 Tutorial Handbook, written by Associate Professor Raini Muhammad Nasir and Associate Professor Latifah Sulaiman. Okay, this question requires the student to calculate the basic EPS from continuing operation, diluted EPS, and finally diluted EPS from continuing operation. On top of that, this question requires the student to explain what is the term, explain the term diluted EPS, and explain two factors to show the significance for calculating the diluted EPS. Okay, this is the income statement summary for Harapan Berhad for year ended 2009 and 2008. The profit after tax from continuing operation is 350,000 in year 2009 and 310,000 for year 2008. This information will be used to calculate the EPS from continuing operation. Another information supplied here is profit after tax in the year 2009. Okay, the value is 250,000, while in 2008 is 310,000. Additional information: on 1st January 2008, the issued share capital consists of 2 million ordinary shares of 50 cents each. So in calculating EPS, we are looking at the number of ordinary shares rather than the monetary value of the shares. So we are using this figure, 2 million ordinary shares. On 1st July 2008, 1 million ordinary shares were issued at a premium of 50 cents. Mean this share were issued at price of 1 ringgit each. Okay. So the share were issued at fair market value. On 1st January 2008, options were granted to employees to subscribe 500,000 ordinary shares at 80 cents each, mean at discount. These options were exercisable on or before 1st July 2008. So this information about 500,000 ordinary shares will be used to calculate the weighted average number of ordinary shares for diluted EPS. So if we can look at here, we'll see that the share were given at price of 80 cents. The fair value, we assume the fair value is 1 ringgit. So in this case, mean 20 cent discount from 1 ringgit involving 500,000 ordinary shares. In other words, we are giving discount of 100,000 ordinary shares. Okay, in other words, this 100,000 from the 500,000 will dilute the interest of the existing shareholders. Number 4, a right issue on ordinary shares for every 3 shares held was made on 1st April 2009. This is in the second year at price of 90 cents. The market price of each share immediately before the issue was 1 ringgit and 10 cents. So this is the price. Okay, so this is the price before the issue. In the case of right issue, okay, students are required to calculate the theoretical extract price as well as bonus fraction. On 1st October 2009, the company bought back 500,000 ordinary shares. This is share buyback will reduce the number of existing ordinary shares. Okay, finally, the average market price of one ordinary shares for the year ended 31st December 2008 and 2009 is 1 ringgit and 1 ringgit and 20. So this 1 ringgit and 20 will be used to calculate the weighted average number of ordinary shares in calculating diluted EPS for the second year. In here, we are comparing 120 with 80 cents, mean discount of 40 cents from 120 cents. So roughly we have around 40 divided by 120 times 500,000, so we have 166,667 mean that one is the discount that will dilute the interest of the existing shareholders. Okay, now we go to the answers. Okay, what we should do first, in year 2008 we have 2 million shares, additional 1 million ordinary shares on 1st July 2008. Our financial year end 31st December 2008. So in that case, okay, first we need to calculate the FANOS, or weighted average number of ordinary shares. So on 1st January, the opening balance is 2 million, times 6/12. This is a times held 6 months out of 12, so we got 1 million. On 1st July, there's another new issue of shares at premium, so there's 1 million. So the total number of shares now is 3 million. So 3 million times 6/12 is 1.5 million. So this figure 2.5 million will be used in calculating the basic EPS. Okay, for options, okay, potential dilution effect is we have 500,000 times 1 minus 0.8. 1 is the market price, 0.8 is the offered option price, divided by 1. So we'll have potential dilution effect of 100,000. So total is 2.6 million. So when we calculate the basic EPS is 310,000 divided by 2.5 million shares. So the answer is 12.4 cents. So same goes to the basic EPS from continuing operation, because the value for you don't have any discount. Let me see the answers. Okay, there's no loss from discontinued operation, so for the basic EPS is also the same from continuing operation. Okay, for diluted EPS, 310,000 will be divided with the new one-offs over here, that is 2.6 million. So the answer is 11.92 cents. For diluted EPS from continuing operation, is the same. It's the same, 310,000 divided by 2.6 million shares. Okay, now we move to the second year, it's year 2009. In year 2009, okay, we have this right issue at 90 cents each, whereby the market price is 1 ringgit and 10 cents. Issue is for every 3 shares held, 1 ordinary shares for every 3 shares held. So we need to calculate the TERP first. Okay, the market value for 3 shares prior to the right issue is 1 ringgit and 10 cents. So we times 3 shares with 1.1, get 3 ringgit 30 cents, and the new issue is 1 ringgit at price of 90 cents. So the total is 4 ringgit 20 cents for 4 shares. So the theoretical extract price is 4 ringgit 20 cents divided by 4 shares. So the answer is 1 ringgit, 1.05 ringgit. In terms of bonus fraction, is 1.1 divided by 1.005. Okay, now we calculate the VANOS, weighted average number of ordinary shares. Okay, on 1st January 2009, the total number of ordinary shares is 3 million. Okay, then we have another right issue 1 to 3 on 1st April 2009. There's another 1 million. So this is balance is for 3 months. So we times 3 times 12 times the bonus fraction over here is 1.1 divided by 1.05. This is the bonus fraction prior to right issue. Then we have right issue on 1st April, 4 million our balance. On 1st October 2009, got the share buyback 500,000, so our new balance will be 3.5 million. This is for 6 months, held for 6 months. After that, this is for 3 months. So we times the times factor 6/12 and 3/12. Okay, we don't calculate times. The bonus fraction is for period prior to right issue. So the total number, total weighted average number of shares is 3,660,714. To calculate the effect of the potential effect of the options, times 500,000 with 1.2 minus 0.8. 1.2 is the market price of the share on 31st December 2009. This is the option price divided by 1.2. It makes 166,667. So this is the total weighted average number of shares used to calculate the diluted EPS. Okay, now we move to basic EPS. For basic EPS, the profit after tax is 250,000. And weighted average number of shares is 3.66 million, around that. So the basic EPS is 6.83 cents. Basic EPS from continuing operation is 350,000. This is from this one, 350,000. 350,000 divided by the weighted average number of shares. While for diluted EPS is 250,000 divided by 3827381. For diluted EPS is 350,000 divided by 3827381. For both. Then question requires us to restate. Restate the EPS for 2008. So the EPS for 2008 is 12.4 cents. 12.4 cents. Okay, how to restate? So we have to times with inverse bonus fraction, that is 1.05 times divided by 1.1. This is inverse bonus fraction. So the EPS for 2008 12.4 cents is equal to 11.84 cents. Okay, for the second question, the theory question, explain the term diluted EPS and explain two reasons to calculate this diluted EPS. The answer is the MFRS quantity requires entity to calculate diluted EPS if it has any potential. It has potential ordinary shares. Potential ordinary shares include convertible instruments such as convertible bonds, convertible preference shares, options, and warrant, which allow holders of this instrument to own shares of the entity in the future. Dilutive involves a reduction in the basic EPS or an increase in the loss per share, resulting from the assumption that convertible instruments are converted and that options or warrants are exercised. The significance to calculate the DEPS: first, it helps users to assess the potential variability of future EPS, as well as a function as an indicator to users that the current level of basic EPS may not be sustainable in the near future. And third, basic EPS does not account for obligation that could dilute EPS in the future. Okay, I think with that, thank you so much.